Peace. Welcome to the Android Solution. Of course, I'm your host, Glaciers of Ice. I want to thank y'all for tuning in, showing me love, and showing me support. I'm only here to show you what you're ready to see. Awkward.
There's a war going on, stand up and be accounted for. The thing for you big stink like a dinosaur. This government be creating all kind of laws, building weapons, getting ready for that final war. Radio and news media be trying to force ideas into your head with all kind of flaws. See a little gain, sacrifice a lot of loss. You live by it, then you
Go and die by the sword. So, I've been paying real close attention to this Kyrie Irving situation. And I try to look at things from point of views outside of what people want you to be emotionally upset by. And what I mean by that is, I did a little bit of research to see if, it wasn't just things they were saying on the news. If Kyrie Irving, if the movie that he shared had things in it that could be perceived as anti-Semitic. I mean, that all depends on who's watching it. But where Kyrie Irving caught the backlash from is because, okay, you can share a movie and you can support some facts in a movie and then you can disagree with other things. But that isn't the way that it was, brought to the public. It was just shown as a link. So the people that wanted to see that as him supporting that whole movie and everything in the movie and the sentiments in that movie, that's what they took it as. Meanwhile, in my personal opinion, I believe Kyrie, he shared it because, this this idea that so-called blacks in the wilderness of North America can't speak about being Jews is just absurd. It's absurd, We live in the information age. People know the truth. It's not a secret. It's just like Kanye said, it take you 3 minutes, man. You can go, maybe 6 minutes if you want to, compare different things that you find. Do some due diligence when you do some research, but the answers are out there. Nothing will be hidden from here on out. It's just whether you'll be able to comprehend and interpret what is being shown to you. You see what I'm saying? So I came across this piece of this interview with the founder of Nike. Excuse me. If you know the history behind Nike, if you know the science behind Nike, then you know what that represents. Some people see a swoosh. Some people see the planet Saturn. But the planet is missing, and those are just the remnants of the rings around it. Excuse me. It all depends on how you see the world. But I'm sure that the relationship between Kyrie and Nike goes back very far. I'm not really sure what Phil Knight meant by Kyrie stepping out of line. You know what I'm saying? That kind of caught me off guard. But Phil Knight is an older gentleman. He's not gonna be biting his tongue anymore, man. He's gonna speak his mind. He's gonna let it all out there, man. Plus, man, he's high up in the craft, man.
His relationship with NBA star Kyrie Irving after he posted a link on social media to an anti-Semitic movie. The company was dropped by Nike.
Okay, so
topic. What do you think? I guess from the company's perspective, but from your own perspective too on this. That decision.
Well, Kyrie, Kyrie stepped over the line. It's kind of that simple. And so he made some statements that we just can't abide by, and that's where we ended the relationship. And yeah, I was fine.
He said Kyrie stepped over the line. It's just that simple. Think about what was just said. If when you say something like that, that means in your mind, those parameters, those rules and parameters were already set. When I deal with somebody in the business world, if it's somebody I don't like or somebody I don't trust, I say, yo, man, this dude got one time to do some funny shit, man, and it's lit. That's how I talk about somebody that I don't really trust, somebody that I might be doing business with that I'm not that familiar with, or somebody that you know what I'm saying, I'm not personal with. That's the tone I would use. And he said basically that Kyrie said some things that they couldn't get behind. What did Kyrie actually say? I'm curious. Because I thought the argument was that he posted a link that a specific group of people in America, well, when you see the news, the news isn't going to actually go to the people to see how the people feel about that. They're going to go to their created spokesman for that group of people so that they can determine the level of outrage that they think people should be dealing with. So, I don't recall Kyrie saying anything. I recall him posting a link. So for Phil Knight to say he crossed the line is just that simple. And he said some things we can't stand behind. It's like, what are you talking about? Please make that clearer. You know, but see, I already know what he's talking about. When he uses that type of tough talk, of course, people like me are going to see that and be like, whoa, okay. He's not doing that to offend me. He's speaking tough like that to let the people that he's down with know that he's loyal to them. And to nobody else but them. But if you understand the circles that he move in, you'll understand why. You know, people laughed at LeVar Ball. You know, and the context of this video is really like, not just about the situation with Kyrie, but I found this video with Phil Knight because Kyrie lost his sneaker deal, but his contract would have been up in a year. You see what I'm saying? Now, mind you, if he would have completed that contract, he would have had a lot of leverage. And what's happening with a lot of these huge corporations is they want to take the leverage out of the hands of the assets. You know what I'm saying? Out of the superstars. This is why people are speaking about the marvelization of Hollywood. Because they want the characters to be famous instead of the people playing them. You see what I mean? So they realize that, you know, they can't get all of the athletes to fall in line the way that they need to. So what they're going to do is they're going to put some measures in place to deal with the ones that they deem do get out of line. As far as those reporters throwing Kyrie all of those bait questions at the end of a game, like, after a while, the NBA has to say, yo, you know what? We create this content for people that like to watch basketball. So what we're going to need for you reporters to do is ask questions that have to do with the game. You see what I'm saying? Because he was asking Kyrie about a congregation of Black Hebrew Israelites that were basically forming, you know what I'm saying, surrounding the whole Barclays Center. Not so much as just in support of Kyrie, but as proof to show like, yo, listen, y'all talking to everybody but us. Y'all acting like y'all don't see us, like we not here, but we here. But of course, they're labeled a hate group by another group. So they got these little, you know what I'm saying? They always keep these loopholes. So, you know, when you put things into law and legislation that have the word hate in it, you got to remember, like, hate is, people individually see it differently. You understand? So, it is what it is, man. Please join the conversation. Add some input to it, man. Tell me how you feel. Do you support Kyrie? Do you feel like, the conversation wasn't that big? He should have just, focused on basketball. Took the link down, apologized, and just went on about his business. What y'all think, man? Let me know in the comments, man. I want to thank y'all again for tuning into the Android Solution. To the next time. Peace.